by getting an input from the user. So I just want to like show that how that is done. We will be using the subscript format so that we can decide like which element in the array gets the input. So we are going to like build on top of all the foundational information that we've had so far as to like, you know, anytime you ask for user input using read line, you have to convert that to a double or an integer if you have numbers. And then we have to take it and put it inside an array. So make sure that you watch the other array videos before you try this one out. As usual, the code is going to be in GitHub for this particular exercise. This is called as week 9 sprint 3. So let's get started. So the goal of this particular exercise is to get the input of 5 employee salaries and then put that in an array. And the second goal is also to calculate the tax. And we are going to calculate the tax at 18% just to make things simple. The idea is to understand how to use arrays, not to like think about like, complicated logic for tax calculation. So that is what I'm going to be doing right now. So I need an array to store employee salaries. Salaries are going to be double. So the data type is going to be double array called salary array equal to new double. So I said like 5 elements. So that's the declaration. So we are declaring an empty array. Then we need one more double because when you calculate tax, it's going to be like a decimal also. So let's call it as tax array, new double. So we have 5 elements, so we are going to say that. So now we have to like think about how to get the input. So we want to like get the salary of 5 employees, which means we have to use a loop. So let's declare a loop. So I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So that's our loop. I is going to be our counter. So this is to count how many times we are going to ask for input. And then, so console.writeLine, we are going to prompt the user, enter the salary of employee number, and then we will use the I to denote the employee number. So employee number 0, employee number 1, so on and so forth. Then we are going to do console.readLine. Console.readLine is going to get us the salary, but we have to convert that to double. And then we are going to put it in a variable called salary. So this is the input part. Get input, and save to a regular variable. But we want an array of salaries. We just don't want a single variable. So we have to say salary amount, that is our array of I. So this is called the subscript. We are going to use the subscript. So this will, the first time will be salary array, sorry, not amount. What is it? Salary array. That's the name of our array that we declared here. Salary array of I is equal to salary. So that is how you assign a value to an array element. So tax array of I is going to be salary times 0.18. So we said that is the tax percentage. And now let's display both these values. Salary is equal to, and tax is equal to. So anytime you, so the salary array, because I am accessing an element from an array, I'm using the subscript. Again, tax is an array, so I'm using the subscript. So this will tell me salary arrays, first element, second element, third element, and so on. Same thing here with tax arrays, first element, second, third, and so on. So we have 5 elements, so you will go from 0 through 4. So let's test this logic out. I'm building the application. Okay, so I get my week 9 sprint 3, assign values to an array, that's our assignment. Enter the salary of employee number 0. So let's say it's 1200. And then it calculated the salary and the tax. Salary of employee 1, I'm going to make it into a decimal just to test that logic out. Third employee is going to be, and fourth employee is, one more employee. Okay, so we have a loop. So we have two arrays and we have put all the items in the array. So we are doing it all here. Let's write the array separately. Instead of writing it here, we can also do it separately. For each double salary in salary array console.writeLine salary. I'm just showing this to you for demonstration purpose. What we did before is more than enough, but I just want to show you the actual array and how it looks. So that's the for each for the salary array, and let's do one for the tax array. I'm just giving it a title. Okay, let's test this out. All I'm doing is I just want you to be able to see just the array by parsing it this way. Instead of assigning and writing it out right away, let's just separate that. So here we are just calculating the tax in this particular situation. We are not doing any display. So I have the salary array that has those 5 elements, and then I have the tax array that where I put the 5 elements for the taxes. So the key thing to remember is that when you are using a regular variable, you are just going to use the variable name to assign a value to. But when you use an array, it has to be followed by the square brackets and then an index inside that will say which element we are adding to. Because an array holds multiple elements, and based on the position of that element, we can assign a value to that position. I really hope this helped. Thank you.